Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's wee Paddy from across the shuck, and I'm back at you today. It's two for Tuesday, and my mate Tom at Nice Delights. This is his challenge, and I'm happy to partake in it. Tom, as you know, is a good friend of mine and of the community. Just an old gent he is, and so I keep doing this every Tuesday, especially for him. And he wants everybody to join in. Just pick any two knives. Doesn't matter what it is, just join in. It's just so that we get to see different knives every week. So I've decided to go Victorinox. And not only Victorinox, two of the biggest models that Victorinox make. And I thought these would be nice for a change. I don't even think I've done a review of this in the channel. Still not sure I've done it. I think I've done this. This is the Outrider. And this is the 111 millimeter. And I'm just going to double check that on my multiple ruler. Let me just get this. It is, yep, 111 millimeters. Great big knife. This is what, I don't know what you would call this. Is it a picnic knife? It's a useful work knife. It's for the outdoors, whether it's just your gardening or maybe even bushcrafting, because it has quite a lot of things that will do them jobs. So we'll start at the very beginning, and the two opening tools as usual on Victorinox. It is the can opener and the bottle opener and screwdriver, and there's a small screwdriver at the top of here. And then we go to, and this is a bit unusual, this is why I'm saying this is quite good about the house as well. You get a lovely big pair of scissors. But the sneaky thing is, on the other side here, if you can see, there's a little catch here. You pull that and you get a little Phillips screwdriver. Again, a handy thing to have round the house more than out and about in the forest, because the other nice thing that this has is a blooming great saw. Now, I'm going to go through this again. Tom actually done a video on how good these saws cut. They really don't cut on hardwood. They're not for that. They're for cutting a live branch off a tree if you wanted to do something. Just cut a bit of a live branch, or even a bit of dead wood that's lying on the ground, which is probably more preferable, but not a hardwood. These are not, that's not a replacement for a saw, but a cracking big saw on these. And it's a good size. Because it's 111 millimeter, you get plenty of pull back and forwards. And last but not least, on the front of her, you get this lovely big knife. Now, this is a cracking big knife, I'll have to say. It's lovely, and it's locking. All you do to unlock it is pull this down and close your blade over. But having a big locking knife, because, and let me tell you, look at that there. This handle is fantastic when you've got the knife out. You can really bear down on it. There is a bit of wobble, but I think there is in all of them. But it's a perfectly serviceable knife to do some harder work, or even a picnic to cut up your sandwiches. Whatever you decide to use, it has got it. And it's also got the wine bottle opener, the corkscrew, and it has an awl. Sewing awl, I should say. Yeah, sewing awl. So that is a hell of a lot of tools packed into this big knife. So, I mean, you can use all your smaller Victorinox for just about the house, but this, there's so many things on here that are useful. To throw it in a go bag, what a fantastic thing to have in a go bag, or your bushcraft bag. Really lovely big knife. I say this is the Outrider. Just a super knife, and they're not that expensive, and that's the nice thing, they're not that expensive. And again, when you've got tools like this, like I was talking about the other day, where is it now? It's gone. What have I done with it? My little put it somewhere. I don't know where I put it though. What did I do with it? No idea what I've done with it. Yeah, but anyway, my little oh gosh, come on, Stephen. Think of it. My little sharpener. It's Victorinox. It's a Victorinox sharpener. God, that was difficult, wasn't it? The Victorinox sharpener. Threw it in the bag with it, because this blade is not it's probably just a bit under 12C27, but it's not going to last forever. So stick that in your go bag with it, or in your picnic hamper. So that's a lovely. Oh, by the way, you get tweezers and you get the toothpick as well. So you got everything you need in that big knife, and it's so comfortable. I can't explain to you. That doesn't look comfortable, does it? But even with all the blades in, there's not a hot spot there. There is not a hot spot. Fantastic knife. Can't recommend that highly enough. Now, this is, I believe, the biggest one they do. You don't see very often. This is 130 mil. And again, I'm just going to check because it's a while since I looked at it. Yep, this is 130 mil. And both of these have little key rings on them, you know, if you want to hang on the outside of your bag, which again is really handy. I would put little clips on them and hang them on the outside of a bag because it's the sort of thing you're going to use all the time. So let me start with this one. As usual, you get the can opener and you get the screwdriver and the big flathead on there, small flathead on here. That's a 3D Phillips as well, but it's quite a big one. You get an amazing saw. Look at the length of that saw. Let's see just what the length of that saw is. It is, the cutting blade on the saw is 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters. That is a really good saw, I'll have to say. Now, it doesn't lock, which I think is one of the things they probably could have done, was made this locking, but they didn't. So when you've got it on top of something, there's no real reason why it'll close on you. But there we go. That's just my opinion. I think it would have been nicer to have that as a locking blade. And then lastly, on the top bit, you have another extremely beautiful blade. Isn't that just lovely? The cutting edge, which I think is always a bit the cutting edge in this is, well, it actually doesn't start till about there, which is quite strange. Which the cutting edge is just 9 centimeters, but it's a lovely thick blade. You've got a bit of jimping up here, and this one also locks. This has got the grip on it. I think this is one of the Ranger type ones. I can't find the exact name. I think it's a bit older now because I think they have the hole in the opening hole like a spider hole up here. So this one, you just press the center of the shield and it unlocks it. This one has fantastic lockup. I'll have to say this one has better lockup than that one, but now it could be just more use than that one. But a fantastic big knife for a picnic or whatever you want to use it. Can you see how far it up before it starts? I think I would probably, if I was going to reshape this, I would take this back down a bit. I think you get at least another centimeter here on that cutting edge. But a lovely knife. Again, you have the clip, you have the corkscrew, and again on the other side you have the sewing awl, which are really handy. So this would be the sort of knife without the you know, scissors, and this would probably be a knife that I would put in my bushcraft bag or part of my bushcraft tools. Really lovely knife. Around the house, it doesn't have much extra. This has the extra, I think, for around the house or just in a bug out bag where you're going to want as many tools as you can. So two fantastic knives. You can see the size difference. It is quite a big difference. These always look massive, and then you put it against this 130 mil and it looks like a small Victorinox, but they are big knives. I mean, there's my 4-finger grip. Look what's out the top. They are big knives. But again, from Victorinox at a price that is incredibly reasonable. I mean, you know, they're both going to be, what, under £70? I just think you're getting a hell of a lot of knife, a hell of a lot of tools for wherever you want to use them for these two knives. So there you go, Tom. There's my 2 for Tuesday. I'm just going to swing this down a wee bit. I have started to put all my stickers. Let me just undo this, you know, the other way. I'm not going to get it in there. Let me pull this down. I've started to get stickers recently that people have sent me. We've done sticker swaps. So we've got John Thrifty Kniffy, Knife Delights Tom, the Last Ranger, Knife Chats with Tobias, Knife Thoughts. These are just ones I put up recently. My new beautiful Jack Wolf sticker. Nobody's getting that. Randy's HTC. The Knife Junkie I've got up eventually. RJ's Knives and Slip Joint Sawyer. Twisted Assisted. Jack Wolf Knives. And Framear Knives and Blade Bridge for all your sacks. I mean, that's where I got these sacks from, was Dan at Blade Bridge. So always check him out. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. And for those that have done a sticker swap, thank you. And I hope mine have got to you. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye now.